everybody, it's Stacy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are filling for the week of March 1st to the 7th, and I am using my Print Impression Coiled Planner, which I love so much. And the kit that I'm using this week is called Foodie, and it was actually one of our mystery kits this year, and I love it so much. It was such like a fun and interesting kit. I always love when Kittenish girl Jess makes food in her kits, like in her art sets. I always love them so much. So the fact that she did an entire like kit dedicated to food is just fantastic to me. I love that the colors were very like bold, but the full boxes were very like neutral and light and just very simple colors, where the boxes kind of brought in all the color, which I really liked. So I decided to do a bit of a mixed foil in this spread. So I did my full boxes and I used a Geolines bundle in silver, but I did pull in some gold scripts and I did do the bottom washi in gold as well. I think that I just didn't want to cut that rainbow bottom washi. I didn't want to use a 15 millimeter washi. I just felt like I would have to try and like center those rainbows. I could have done something, but I just felt like it was just easier just to do the full thing. And then I decided to use the Geolines bottom washi in gold and just kind of tie it in together. I really could not decide between gold and silver, so use both. Why not? So I just went and did my weekend banner just like I usually do, my glitter headers, and now I'm going to do my date covers and full boxes. So this week wasn't really anything too crazy, just a regular, typical week. But yeah, I think you'll notice that the weather is kind of different because like one day I'm shoveling snow and then the next, like 2 days later, I'm barbecuing. So it was a little bit of an up and down weather-wise, but as far as my plans, it was a pretty simple week. So just going in and scattering my full boxes and then going to put my overlays on, and yeah, there's not much to this spread. I don't really have a whole lot to say with you guys this week. Sorry that I haven't filmed a plan with me in the last couple weeks. It has just been crazy. Not that it's been like I feel like I haven't really been doing a whole lot, but my family just seems to be really busy. We've been doing a lot of painting. Like we painted both of our kids' rooms. I was redoing a desk for my daughter. It was her birthday one weekend. Just stuff like that. Just kind of busy doing just that kind of stuff. So I didn't really have a chance to plan, and I always found that I had to dedicate, like, it takes me about an hour just to film the spread, and that's with me pulling the stickers ahead of time. And that takes me another like 30 to 40 minutes to pull the stickers. So I always felt like I had to like dedicate 2 hours to filming one spread, but I've kind of just started doing something a little bit different, which I started here, and that is one night I'll do the base, and then another night I'll pull the stickers, and then another night I will, you know, do the rest of the spread, and it just kind of breaks it up a lot more, makes me like planning a little bit more as opposed to just like this huge daunting task. So that has always been nice. I always liked doing the little bit every day. Okay, so let's move into the day-to-day. So I decided to put in my washi strips for my work. So on Monday, I'm using a little computer icon with a work script, and Tuesday, that printer icon is from Let's Plan It. And then on Monday, it was a pretty simple day. I ended up filling a lot of the space in this day with washi because we just didn't really do anything. So after, in the afternoon, my daughter had piano this day, which I always mark with a little music note icon. And then my son stayed home this day because of his arm. So basically the weekend prior, he was running downstairs and he happened to like hit his arm on his bedroom door, and I guess it kind of scraped right where his elbow is. And the feeling to him of him moving his arm and having that scratch just kind of like move a little bit really, really upset him. So he didn't move his arm for almost an entire week. Like it didn't hurt. Like if we touched it or if we slowly moved it, he said it wasn't hurt, it wasn't swollen, it wasn't anything. Like we were starting to worry that we might have to bring him to the hospital and just get it checked out. And he was just kind of really not really using it. And it was like kind of frustrating, and I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like you want to be there for your kids, and obviously if something was seriously wrong, we would definitely be taking him, but I don't know, the feeling of moving that scratch to him was just something he just couldn't do. So he ended up staying home from school because he wouldn't even bend his arm to like put his jacket on or his mask on or to write. So we had to keep him home from school this day, and he was a little bit upset with us because he loves school. He's still in kindergarten, so he still loves school, but we had to keep him home just because he wasn't able to bend it for us. So it took like almost an entire week of us coaxing him and just, I guess, the scratch healing up that he eventually started to move it, but he would like move it slowly. So we like taught him to cover it with his hand and then move it up and then keep it bent, like just little things to try and like get him to eat, because he wouldn't even eat because he would have to bend his arm. It was quite the ordeal. So I wanted to mark that. And then in the evening I did shovel the driveway, and I was almost done, like almost done. I scraped it clean. I was so proud of myself. And then my husband like comes outside and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just shoveling the driveway." He's like, "You do realize that tomorrow it's supposed to be super nice. It's all just gonna melt." So I guess I didn't need to shovel the driveway because he was definitely right, but I did get some exercise, so that's always a good thing. To mark it, I just used Coffee Monsterz Co icon to mark it. Sorry about that, guys. My son just came in and needed something. Him and my daughter are having a sleepover in his bedroom tonight because of its spring break, and they are so excited. They're having a hard time trying to fall asleep, so just needed something. Okay, so the end of Monday, I filmed and edited a video, and I used Planner Monkey Co. little girl with a planner to mark that. On Tuesday, we got Subway for lunch, and I just used like a little sub icon to mark it. And I actually had an ultrasound appointment in the afternoon. This was due to the fact that I was sick a couple weeks ago. They just wanted to make sure everything was good, and yeah, so I had that appointment that day. And then right after that, I ran to Walmart. My kids needed rubber boots and splash pants, and I always find that in our area, that stuff goes within like a week. Like, I'm not even joking. Splash pants, rubber boots, you can't find them after a week after they're put out. So every year, I always miss it. Like, I always am like, oh yeah, I'll pick those up yet. And every year, I'm struggling to find anything. I have to like go to the city or something like that. And it's always really frustrating. So this year I was on top of it. I was so proud of myself. I went right after my appointment. I grabbed the kids' boots and splash pants. Super lucky I went and grabbed splash pants because they only had like 4 pairs left for boys. So very, very, very thankful. I know it's ridiculous how few pairs we get. Like, you'd think if they go out that fast, maybe they could increase their stock, but they never seem to do. Then I did the dusting, which was my chore for the day, and the kids were so excited to have their new splash pants and rubber boots that they were splashing in the puddles, and I used Stick with the Plants Co's Girls to mark that. And then I was priming my desk this day, still working on that. You'll find this is like a continuous task. And then in the evening, I just watched The Bachelor with Ashley. On Wednesday, it was my design day for work, which honestly is one of my absolute favorite days. I love designing. I think that's one of my favorite part of the job, is just making new things and being creative. And then I used a Coffee Monsterz Co. little guy on his computer. I thought the green really matched the kit just perfect. This day I also changed my sheets, and I just used the bed icon that came in the kit. And then my husband had a hair appointment this evening. Then I did my meal plan this day, and I went grocery shopping. The grocery shopping sticker is one of our Prairie Girls, and I just used it with a script icon. Then right after I went grocery shopping, I went and cleaned up the backyard. That is like one of the worst tasks in spring, is cleaning up a backyard from a dog. It is just the worst. I tried really hard this winter to make sure I was doing it throughout the winter, because we had pretty mild winter, but sometimes that is just not an optional task in where we live. So I got to clean up a lot of it on Wednesday, and then this day we barbecued for the first time, which was so exciting. I love barbecue food. I love it so much, and I got to barbecue for the first time. And that barbecue sticker is from Millie Paper Co. I actually just purchased the digital file, and then I just made my own stickers. And then in the evening, my friend came over and she color matched me. She sells Mary Kay, and I wanted to get some new foundation. So she came and did that, and that makeup icon is actually part of my birthday kit last year as part of the deco. Okay, moving on to the second half of the week. Thursday was another filler day. You'll see that I tried to fill up that space the best I could. The work icon is just like a personal icon, and then the Friday work icon is actually just the envelope from the kit. I never ever use these envelopes. I think I always just associate them with marking your Happy Mail, but I never really thought that I could use it to mark my work, but it makes sense. Like, I package orders and I send them out, so why not use those icons for that? So I think I'm going to start doing that more. I think they're really cute. Okay, so Thursday, I ended up filling a lot of space with washi again, and then I do end up using one of our foiled dividers in between there, because I just really did not have a lot on Thursday. But I did mark that I did clean up the backyard again. So I got a lot done on Wednesday, but I don't know, I had to make supper and get ready for the evening, so I stopped, and then Thursday I finished it all up, and it just felt so good to be done such a big task so early in the year. Like, it's pretty unheard of that I would be able to do something like that in March, so that was really exciting. And then in the evening, I just watched some YouTube. My husband started his on-call this day. So if you're not familiar, my husband does work a job where he is on call every third week. So he has to leave for a little bit in the evening, but it doesn't take very long. It's not a big task or anything like that. So he does come, just leaves for like a little bit, and then he comes back home. It's not like, basically I put the kids to bed and I watch one show or something like that, and then it's done. So he started his on-call that day, and then I just designed the entire evening. I think that as soon as we were done supper, I was already designing, trying to get everything ready for new releases the next day. That sticker to mark designing is actually from Stick with the Plants Co. On Friday, my kids had no school, and so we went and got Tim Hortons in the morning, and I just used the coffee icon from the kit along with a script sticker. And then I did get a call from my accountant, so I went and talked to him. And then we did get McDonald's for dinner this day. We usually eat up every Friday, and it's just like something to look forward to, always a special treat. And I used Once More with Love little icon where he is in a car getting takeout, which is usually us. We don't really eat in the restaurants right now. We couldn't for so long. We finally can now, but I think we've only done it like twice. But we usually just take the food home, so that's what we did. And then I did end up vacuuming this day. And then my friend Ashley came over and we puzzled and we played Ticket to Ride and we had wine, and it was such a good time, such a good girls' night. Yeah, very fun. We can crush a puzzle in an evening. This one was pretty simple. It was only a 500 piece puzzle, so it did, yeah, 500. Yeah, so it didn't take us too long. And then we loved the game Ticket to Ride, so we played with that, and yeah, it was such a good evening. On Saturday, I went and got breakfast for the whole family from Tim Hortons. This is not something that we do too often. Usually when we get Tim Hortons, it's just like me and my son, like on a school day. But we decided to get Tim Hortons for breakfast for the whole family, and I ended up using the donuts box icon from the deco in the kit. And then this day I went really hardcore on the desk. I think I was almost done it this day. I did the first few coats. Oh, I was so thankful to be done it this week. It was an exhausting task. A lot more work than I was expecting. And then that painting icon is actually from Stick the Plans Co. And then I did my zone cleaning this day, and I was cleaning the basement. That was my zone for that week. And then we went to visit my parents at their place, and I used a Millie Paper Co girl in a coffee cup to mark it. I did some errands this day, and then me and the kids went to Shark Tooth, which is like a local indoor play center for kids. They finally were able to open up again, so we went there, which was so exciting. My kids loved it, which is actually, sorry, the picture that I'm going to be using on my sidebar. It's actually from there. My kids love going there. And yeah, so we went there that day, and then I just went home and watched some YouTube. That was pretty relaxing Saturday, but still got a bunch of things done. I always liked to try and like balance my weekends. I always like to try and balance between like getting stuff done and actually relaxing. I usually steer more one toward the other, and then I always regret it. So I've been trying to balance the weekends out. On Sunday, I did finish painting the desk. It felt so good. My husband assembled it the next day. It was awesome. You'll find out next week more about the desk. Yeah, the saga continues. And then this day, my husband made chili for us. He usually makes like a really big batch, and then we freeze it into like smaller batches. And then I basically puzzled most of the day. So I was puzzling and painting that desk. So every like hour I would go and paint another coat, and then I'd come and I'd puzzle and I'd go paint again. So that was kind of my day. Oh, also laundry. Sunday's my laundry day. So it was like a complete up and down day, but trying to balance it again with the puzzling so that I wasn't just doing chores and painting. I was doing something fun in between. And then while I was puzzling, I watched a lot of YouTube. And then in the evening, our friends came over and we played games, and we ended up getting blizzards. And it was just such a good evening to finish off the week. And that's my week. I really love how this spread turned out. I think the colors are just so fun and something totally different, and you know, out of the ordinary from what the regular kits are. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.